My name is Heather. If you've never been to my channel before, I used to make pregnancy vlogs and kind of baby updates and stuff like that on my two daughters. And I've kind of left for a long time and haven't really done anything with this channel. But recently I've started sewing again. I got a sewing machine before I had my first daughter, so I've been sewing for about 8 years. And I just finally have gotten back into it since having my youngest daughter, Olive. I've sewn a couple projects here and there since I've had her, but it's really been rough. Now that she's finally sleeping, I have really rediscovered how much I love sewing and really getting right back into it. And I also found that there's like an amazing, awesome group of sewers on YouTube, and why not? So I've been watching people's videos and loving them, and I can't wait to be part of this community. So if that sounds like something that's going to be interesting to you, please subscribe to see my sewing updates and some of the things that I've made. So I am going to go ahead and show you the things that I made in the month of June. All of these patterns I actually found for free, and I made them all with fabric that I already had. So I'm going to link below all of the patterns so that you can go and download them. They're all easy if I'm able to do them. They're probably a beginner pattern or maybe like an advanced beginner because I have been sewing for a while. But most of them are very simple, and most of them are for my girls. So I can't wait to show you guys what I've been sewing. So the first thing that I sewed were these super cute Pearl Soho City Gym shorts. And these are Olive's pair. Olive is 1.5 years old, and I cut a size 2 for her. She actually, these are a little bit tight on her. They totally fit, but she is cloth diapered, so they're a little tight in the bum, but they look super adorable on her. And I made a matching pair for my older daughter, Erin. And I'm just going to go ahead and insert some pictures of them wearing them because they're adorable and they look super cute in them. I also made a pair for myself. When I make these again, I will cut one size smaller. So these are super comfortable. They're great for lounging around. I've worn them out a couple of times, but I would like one size smaller. Also on these, for the girls, I left them, like I cut the pattern the way that it was and made those for them. For the ones for me, they looked so short. So I did add 1 inch of length to them, and like, I am so thankful that I did, because even with 1 inch added, they're still pretty short. All right, the next project that I did were the Pearl Soho Rompers. So I made this one for my older daughter, Erin. She's 7. If I were to make this again, I would probably add 1 inch onto the top length, just to make them a little bit longer, because these will not fit her after this summer. The way that it's cut is if it had a little bit more length on it, she would have been able to wear it this summer and next summer, which would have been super nice. But I don't see her being able to wear this next year. She's growing like a weed. But yeah, I love how cute this is. And of course, I had to make a matching one for Olive. So here it is. I did run out of this fabric, and so I just did the back in the pink and the bias binding in the pink for the ties, and it looks super adorable on her. They wear them together all the time, and they look really cute. So again, I'm going to insert some pictures of them wearing them. They're adorable. I know. The last thing that I made for my daughters, I made this t-shirt for Erin. I think I cut a size 7, and it is barely long enough. So it is really just hits right at her pants line. So if I made this again, I would size up and I would add 1 inch of length. And I'll probably make this again. This is a great t-shirt. It's the first time I've ever made a t-shirt, so there are a couple mistakes on it, especially like up here along the neckline isn't super great, but of course she loves it. So overall, I'm really happy with this make, and I will probably definitely be making this again. And the last thing that I made was the dress that I'm wearing. It is called the Pleated Summer Dress from Peppermint Magazine. They have a huge selection of free patterns, and the instructions on it are super, super good. This is the first time I've ever done a button placket like this, and it seemed super complicated. I was super worried. I almost didn't even want to make the dress because of it, but it totally walked you through it. It took me a little bit of time of futzing with it before I would sew just to make sure I was doing it right, but if I can do it, pretty much anybody can do it. So yeah, I really enjoyed this dress. I made it out of some woven fabric that I already had, and I did add some belt loops up here, and then I made a tie basically just out of bias binding. I just made it long enough to go around me and tie in a bow, and then I added these when I sewed the top and the skirt together. So I'm going to go ahead and stand up and show you the dress. Overall, I'm extremely happy with how it turned out. The only thing that I didn't do is I didn't add the buttons to the button placket. I might go back and add them later. After I tried it on, I'm fairly certain that I'm never going to button it up even if it had buttons, and honestly, I don't love putting buttons on things because it's annoying. So I might go back in and add some buttons, maybe just decorative ones, because this is a hidden button placket, so you can't really tell just by looking at it if there are no buttonholes. So I might just add some buttons for a decorative touch so that you can see that the buttons are there. But yeah, otherwise I really, really am happy with how this dress turned out. I love the pockets. I did the pockets in a contrasting color, so they're yellow, and I think it's so cute. It's like a hidden secret pop of color just for me. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed sewing this month. I have so many things planned for next month. I can't wait to show everything to you guys at the end of July, and I have so much going on right now, of course. But like I said, sewing is a really great hobby for me, and it's really relaxing, and I enjoy it. So I'm very excited to continue sewing and to make some really great things. I would love for you to leave a comment, just maybe giving me encouragement, maybe giving me some tips, maybe some critiques. I think that's everything that I have for today, and I can't wait to show you the things that I make next month. Bye!